Terms like hack, biohack, keto, paleo, plant-based, grass-fed, GMO, amino acids, heart-healthy, Nortropic, organic, pesticide-free, blah, 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 blah. These buzzwords most often contain that grain of truth or that seed of truth to anchor the marketing hyperbole upon. They roll off our tongue like secret code to confer an all-encompassing intelligence and understanding of the subject matter at hand.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why do they use them to make Brondo?
Buzzwords create an illusion of omnipotence so that we can biohack or hack our way to health. I'm going to talk today about buzzwords because buzzwords annoy the crap out of me. Today, I'm going to myth bust a few buzzwords so I can have a good rant and get it out of my system. But in the process of that, I'll be able to help you hang on to your mind and your money. Now let's start by framing the situation. Today's online environment is literally death by 1,000 cuts for your mind, and buzzwords play a much larger role in disempowering us than we realize. Buzzwords are mental gateways to stupidity because they conveniently make us think we understand something. They roll off our tongue like secret code to confer an all-encompassing intelligence and understanding of the subject matter at hand so we can open our wallet or click the buy button to part with our hard-earned money in exactly the way the purveyors of these buzzwords want. Now, this is all by design and preys upon our addiction to convenience. Instead of doing the hard work of researching, thinking, and applying our hard-won knowledge, buzzwords take away all that hard work and create an illusion of omnipotence so that we can biohack or hack our way to health. And yes, I intentionally use the word hack to make that point. What is in fact happening is we are, once again, being sold, told, and finally controlled. This is the underlying marketing narrative, and it's ubiquitous today, and it's powerful. In giving you the convenience of a buzzword, which only gives you that illusion of understanding, you're actually forfeiting the ability to think, reason, and decide what is truly best for you. Now that I have established how insidious these words are, we need to realize how pervasively embedded they are in our vernacular. Terms like hack, biohack, keto, paleo, plant-based, grass-fed, GMO, amino acids, heart-healthy, Nortropic, organic, pesticide-free, blah, 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 all constantly blipping on our psyche's radar screen to create a minor chronic stressor and distract us from our true goal of optimal health and performance. And what's more, these buzzwords most often contain that grain of truth or that seed of truth to anchor the marketing hyperbole upon. So let's take as our first example the word antioxidants. Now, why would I get all worked up about seeing antioxidant or antioxidants pasted on the front of a food or beverage container or in ads, internet nutrition articles, and almost everywhere I turn? It should be a good thing, right? It's really simple. It's actually called biology, and that's why I get worked up. Because oxidation is a critical process of life. When we breathe, when the oxygen we take into our lungs gets distributed throughout our body to the cells to produce ATP, we're oxidizing. This is clear in basic physiology. However, that grain of truth is about controlling oxidative stress from reactive oxygen species, also known as ROS or free radicals. And this is a much more complicated topic. Simply adding or having some compound that is shown in the lab to suppress free radicals and calling it an antioxidant does not an antioxidant make. And you know what? One of the most powerful tools for limiting and preventing oxidative stress and free radicals is this. It's called fasting. Yes, actually stopping the consumption of all these antioxidant foods and supplements is a way better way at minimizing free radicals and reactive oxygen species. Another is actually optimizing your fat metabolism. The metabolism of your onboard body fat. No food, no supplement comes close. But of course, fasting and burning body fat are free. So there's no profit motive in that. There's no revenue to generate. Biohacking or hacking is another annoying term that has pervaded the health, wellness, and performance sphere, made super famous by the likes of Dave Asprey, the Bulletproof Man, Ben Greenfield, and other gurus who either have a background in technology or grew up with it. I've never been able to wrap my head around the buzzword hack because you simply do not hack a biological system the way you do a line of code. As a biologist educated at UC Davis, this term is a non sequitur and potentially dangerously misleading, not to mention all these hacks lead to a lot of stress. The word science. Oh my bleeping God, where do I start with how this word is getting abused? And right now, more than ever, we need science. But right now, more than ever, science has been dumbed down to a buzzword belief system instead of facts, data, context, understanding, and then only application. It's a belief system now. Saw it just the other day on social media. Someone getting a shot and posting, "I believe in science." Now, I know this is all well intended, but believing in science is not science. As any real good scientist will tell you, science is more about questions than answers. And by default, there are so many more unknowns than knowns. When we turn it into a belief system over rigorous testing, transparency, and testing a hypothesis to be wrong, and to application of that science, when it becomes a belief system, it's no longer science. And don't get me started on the terms keto, paleo, or primal, in all those terms. Because probably 8 or 10 years ago, over lunch with Steve Finney, we mutually predicted things would go off the rails in the low-carb communities when things started to hit their stride, and this certainly has been the case. Then there's the term Nortropic. Please, I don't even know how to pronounce this buzzword properly, yet the mere mention of it increases one's IQ by 10 points, and another 10 points if you use the super special branded MCT oil. Or does it really? I think you know. So while these terms are oxymorons as such, they are effectively turning the average consumer into a moron, being sold, told, and controlled.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops.
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing, so I'm pretty sure that the Brondo's not working. Now, I'm no botanist, but I do know that if you put water on plants, they grow.
Oh, well, I've never seen no plants grow out of no toilet.
Hey, that's good. You sure you ain't the smartest guy in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, look, you want to solve this problem. I want to get my pardon, so why don't we just try it, okay? And not worry about what plants crave.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brown's got electrolytes.
Now, this scene is from the movie Idiocracy and is eerily on point to make my point. In fact, I can identify with the main character, Corporal Joe Bowers. Like trying to suggest Brawndo is killing the plants, I spent 15 years telling athletes all the carbohydrates and sugars they were using were destroying their performance and their health. The cognitive dissonance on overuse of carbohydrates was real then, and surprisingly, even with the rise of keto, paleo, and low carb and the faster study, it still is now when it comes to performance and metabolic health. This is why I don't use buzzwords. This is why my content videos go longer, sometimes a lot longer, like today, than that 3-minute rule. Why is that? Because you, the individual, deserve so much more than buzzwords and 3 minutes of video. And this is why I look at the underlying physiology and metabolism, as well as the variables, to develop solutions and real-world solutions that are applicable and sustainable in the context of the individual and the real-world application. I know I get deep in the weeds and lose people with my content. The very people who fall for the buzzwords and simple answers for the complexities of life. But what really matters is I have not lost you. And that's what matters. This is why I'm your guide, not your guru. My team and I don't take the complexities of biology, physiology, and metabolism and make them simple because you can't. We take the complex and make it doable and sustainable in the context of your life by offering you the guidance you need to summit your personal mountain to peak performance and health, all while providing the metabolic freedom you need so that you can live life to the fullest.